It's Wednesday. Wait a minute. It's Thursday, and it's time for Midweek News, episode 114. Let's get started. Firefox 135 introduces new page tab tweaks and more. This version includes small tweaks to the new page tab, credit card autofill. The copy without site tracking option has been simplified to copy clean link. There are plenty of smaller changes, but these are the big ones. Available now for Linux, macOS, and Windows. The RISC-V motherboard for the Framework laptop is now available. This is one of the first RISC-V laptop options available. It is not meant to have the speed of an Intel, AMD, or ARM equivalent at this point in time. The board was previously discussed last fall, and the price is listed at $199 US. Installing Ubuntu on Windows subsystem for Linux is getting easier. The procedure has been simplified down to WSL --install Ubuntu. That's a whole lot simpler than it was when the first time I installed it a few years back. For the first time, AMD has outsold Intel in the Datacenter segment. This is exciting news for AMD. It was the result of a 24% year-over-year increase in revenue, where the largest chunk of that came from the enterprise sector. It sure will be interesting to see what happens going forward. Debian 13 is expected to include Gnome 48. Debian 13, known as Trixie, is expected to be released around the middle of this year. Gnome 48 is scheduled for release in March on the 19th, which will give the Debian developers plenty of time to get things integrated. Mozilla Firefox 135 released. Besides the usual smattering of new features, this version brings XZ packaging for the Linux binaries. This version also addresses no fewer than 12 security vulnerabilities, which you can find linked to in the article. This is shaping up to be a solid, if unexciting, release. Microsoft 365 prices are going to rise. Some users are receiving notifications regarding their 365 accounts, notifying them to take action to avoid Copilot and extra charges. With the recent release of LibreOffice 25.2, there is no better time to think about turning off the faucet of money running between your wallet and Microsoft and choosing an alternative instead. Calibre 7.25 released with new features. Calibre now supports importing KFX files from 2024 Kindle devices using the MTP protocol. There are also a few bug fixes in this release. A full changelog is linked to in the article. You can now buy a Framework 13 laptop without a motherboard. For just $399, you can get a Framework 13 without a motherboard. This is great for those people who may have upgraded their original machine and have a motherboard sitting around. You could also use it for the RISC-V motherboard that is now available for just $199. This is an enticing thought from a company that will soon be announcing their Gen 2 platform. Stirling PDF, the self-hosted PDF manipulating multitool. If you find yourself occasionally needing to manipulate PDF files and don't want to pay the Adobe tax, you might want to check out Stirling PDF. It builds in many tools which allow you to merge PDFs, split, convert, edit, secure, and organize. Yes, there are other tools. The full count is near or surpassing 50. I've used this tool for a few smallish projects, and it has been very handy. Hey everybody. I wanted to bring a personal message to all of you who have watched Midweek News week after week since the beginning. This project has been a labor of love, and I have no intention of stopping it anytime soon, but I could use your help. If you can share this episode with somebody that you think might enjoy it, if you can share the link to the playlist of all the episodes with somebody who may not have been following from the beginning, that would be insanely helpful to the future of the channel and to help bring a little bit more excitement into this show every week. I've got some interesting plans on how to tweak the format just a little bit, and it may include more little messages like this. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll get back to the video now. Gimp 3.0 has reached release candidate 3. There are several important changes and many bug fixes that have pushed the developers to release the latest release candidate. You can download the Gimp 3.0 release candidate from the official website, gimp.org, and if you encounter an issue, please be sure to submit a bug report so that the final 3.0 version can be as problem-free as possible. While Gimp is a little bit of overkill for someone like me who mainly works in Canva, it is nice to know that this workhorse is still being developed. And that, my friends, will bring us to the end of episode 114 of Midweek News, released on February 13th, 2025. I appreciate each and every one of you for your support and for watching this show. It really does go a long way to make this an enjoyable project. Thanks again. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.